Hey RJ, how are you?
What's
Um,
up, Bernie?
we never got a chance to talk to you about your off season. I was just wondering what things do you think you've really improved upon, and do you feel that like missing the summer league, was sort of a bad thing for you, or do you think you've made a lot of strides?
I feel like I've made a lot of strides during this off season. It was, there was such a long time, such a long time to get better, study films, really break down my game from last year and kind of just, just worked over the course of all these months. So I'm really happy with where my game is right now.
The next question comes from Bomadelli from Knicks Digital.
Hey RJ, what's the biggest lesson learned from your first year in the league?
My biggest lesson learned really is don't take anything for granted. I mean, you see the season shut down quickly. Um, there's injuries. There's you win games, you lose games. Just don't take anything for granted. Every time you step out on that court, give it your all, and just try to win with your team.
Next question comes from Ian Bagley, SNY.
RJ, hope your friends and family are safe, and thanks for doing this. Just Coach Tom Thibodeau now on board. What have you learned about since you guys have started working together, and what are your thoughts on him as a coach and how you can develop under him?
Very competitive coach. I can tell that right away. Him and I have been communicating a lot. He's a great basketball mind. Great basketball mind. Really wants to defend and get out and just really coach us to the best of our ability. So, so far everything's been great.
Next question comes from Steph Bondi, the Daily News.
Hey RJ, thanks for doing this. It was a while ago when the all-rookie team was announced, but we haven't talked to you in a while. I think a lot of us were surprised you didn't make first or second team. Did that bother you, and is that motivating for you?
Bothered me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Bothered me a lot. I really don't understand why I wasn't on it, but it's motivation for next season. Just gotta, it's good to have an extra chip on my shoulder. Just prove myself even more.
Next up is Steve Popper from Newsday.
Last year, obviously, tough year for the team. 21-45, and I guess you've probably never been through anything like that. And odds makers saying, again, they're picking you guys down. What did you learn from going through that last year, and what are your expectations this year?
My expectations this year to just get better. We have we have a lot of new guys. We have a new coaching staff. So just everyone got better over the course of the summer. So just kind of just follow Tibbs' leads. He knows what he's doing, and we'll have a better year this year.
Next up is Ian Begley, SNY.
RJ, how much have you had a chance to work with the assistant coaches on staff, guys like Kenny Payne and Johnny Bryant, Mike Woods, and those guys? What are your thoughts on them so far?
I've been working with JB every day. It's really pushing me to get better. I've known Kenny Payne since I was young. He was recruiting me. So, just working with those guys has been amazing. We're getting a lot better. We're getting a lot of conditioning in, a lot of shooting in. So it's been great working with those guys.
Next question comes from Spencer Julian, MSG.
Hey, RJ. Hope all is well with you and your fam. Just wanted to ask you about, you look at your numbers in your rookie season, pretty solid across the board, but I'm sure you look at the percentages from the line, shooting from three and from the field. Can you tell us what you worked on as far as shooting as you approach this upcoming season?
I looked at, especially from the free throw line, I started off really bad, and that's what kind of got me, to the percentage that I had. Over the course of the year, it wasn't terrible. It was those first 1 or 2 months. And, no, I'm actually encouraged to know that, I kind of started at a really low point, so that the only way to go is up. The only way to go is up. I'm not worried about that stuff at all. I mean, whether it's shooting from the field, some NBA superstars, their rookie years, they didn't shoot well from the field. I shot better than some NBA superstars shot in their first years, so that doesn't bother me at all.
Next question comes from Chris Eisman of The Record.
RJ, I know it hasn't been that long since the draft, but what are your impressions of Obi Toppin so far, and what do you think he can do?
We work out at the same time every day, so I've really been connecting with him. Great dude, and he's a hard worker for sure. Very talented, very athletic, very versatile. So excited to have him on our team, and I feel like we'll play well together.
Next question comes from Steph Bondy, the Daily News.
Hey, RJ, I was actually going to ask about Obi Toppin. So I guess I'll just follow up on that, though. How do you see yourself fitting next to somebody like that, who's pick and roll, can high flyer? I mean, how do you see yourself meshing with somebody like Obi Toppin?
I feel like it's gonna work well. You see myself with you see how I work well with Mitch. You seen how I've worked well with Zion in the past. It's just I feel like it's gonna work. He's very versatile. He could pick and roll, pick and pop. He can put it on the deck. He can shoot it. So excited to have him. He gives us another dimension. Very talented.
Next question comes from Rebecca Harlow from MSG.
RJ, looking forward to working with you soon. But, this has just been a really hard year. The way that the season ended with this pandemic, the struggles that people are continuing to go through, the lengths that the league has gone through to make sure that you guys can continue to play basketball. What have you kind of taken away overall from this experience, and how is this going to shape the way that you approach your second season here?
Kind of like I said before, don't take anything for granted. Just come with extra motivation. Just very thankful that we even get to play. Now it's been a while, especially since I've played a game. So I'm just excited to get back to it. Get back out on the floor, just play NBA basketball again. And enjoy the game that I love.
Next up is Brian Mahoney, the Associated Press.
Hey, RJ, if I recall, you were playing very well in March when the season ended, probably some of your best goal of the season. How tough was it to sort of get on a little bit of a roll, and then it ends, and such a weight to be able to get back out there and hope you can pick up where you left off?
It was a little frustrating just because, I came off the ankle injury, and then, when I came back in March, I really picked it up and I was playing really well. Like you said, probably some of my best basketball of the season. I felt like I was really, really figuring it out. And, for it to just kind of stop, it's kind of frustrating, but also a blessing. I was able to get back fully healthy. I was really playing on one ankle and, get back fully healthy, and then just being able to work on my game the whole summer. So, I don't know. I know I got better, so it should be better going into this year.
All right, we have time for two more questions. Our next question comes from Steve Popper, Newsday.
Hey, RJ, I know you talked a little bit about Tom and had a limited, interaction with him so far. But when you were in the camp with him, what do you get from him? Is he as hard driving as they say? Do you see that already, even in that mini camp?
Probably, to me, it's not as hard driving as everybody says it is. I've always had coaches like that my whole life. I mean, that's what I like. So to me, he's just being a good coach. I mean, he has a great, style of play. He has a great way that he wants, our team to approach the game. And he knows how to win. He knows how to win at the highest levels. He's won championship before. So, we're lucky to have him.
All right, and our last question comes from Mark Berman.
Yeah, RJ, just there's been some modest expectations about this roster and how many wins they're going to get. What do you foresee? What's your prediction? I mean, last season was tough. It's the first time you've ever been on a losing team. What are you expecting out of this season with this group?
I know. I'm trying to make it to the playoffs. I'm trying to win. You know, I'm trying to win. I feel like we shouldn't expect anything less from ourselves. Just try to go out there and be the best team we could be. We have a lot of talented players, a lot of hard workers, and put it together with Tibbs and the coaching staff that we have. We should be able to do very well.